If you're currently in the UK or you intend to move to the UK, this is a very important update for every one of us. Even myself, I also learned from this update. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I share content on how you can migrate to the UK, jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK immigration updates, which I'm about to share a very important update with us today. So please like and share this video with your friends and loved ones, and also do subscribe if you're yet to join our beautiful family. This could happen to anybody. Imagine you staying in the UK after 10 years, you're told that you cannot apply for a British citizenship. I learned from this update, which is why I thought I should put it out there for everyone as well, because this could happen to anybody, especially once you get the UK visa for 5 years. You're super excited. Maybe after 5 years, you're still in the UK, you get your indefinite leave to remain without going to apply for your British citizenship and so on. Now, when it comes to UK visas, you have to go through different processes for you to become a British citizen. You don't just get a 5 years UK work visa and after that you become a British citizen without sending in your application or maybe writing the live in UK test, which is a very important part of your journey of becoming a British citizen. Because if you don't have an idea of what the live in UK is, or maybe you don't know anything about the UK, how will you become a citizen of the UK? Now, recently, a man told he is not British after 42 years in the UK. I don't know if you have seen that update. Now, I have to share this because I'm sure that there are so many people now that in the next few years may make this mistake this man made. And at the end of the day, you get told that, sorry, you can't get your British passport because of this, because of that. Now, just as you can see on my screen, a retired 74-year-old Ghanaian man who has lived in the UK for nearly 50 years must wait a decade before the Home Office will let him stay permanently. So you can imagine somebody who have lived in this country for nearly 50 years. He has businesses, he's been married twice, like waiting for another decade. By the time Home Office will be granting him his permanent stay, he will be 84 years. Meanwhile, he has lived in this country for almost 50 years of his life. Nancy Chade from Wallace in Wira had for many years assumed he was officially seen as British. He only discovered otherwise in 2019, and despite paying taxes all his adult life, now faces paying thousands of pounds to stay and use NHS. So the Home Office declined to comment on the ongoing legal case. Never queried. Retired news agent Mr. Shade first came to the UK in 1977 to study accountancy on a student visa that also allowed him to work. After a coup in his native Ghana, his family could no longer send him money for fees. He took a series of jobs, making Mother's Price bread and Kiflin's cakes near Southampton and Bendy's chocolate in Winchester, and said no one ever queried his right to live or work in the UK. We all know that Home Office as well do make mistakes. Married a British woman and moved to Wallace to run his own business news agent called Nelson's News. When that marriage ended, he married another British woman and they had 2 sons, Jacob and Aaron. I tried my utmost to educate them the best way I could. So neither of them would depend on social or anything, Mr. Shade said. He told his sons to learn hard, get a job, and work for themselves, and both went on to university and then careers as research scientist and public relations executive. Mr. Shade said he had never left the UK as he saw no need to and regarded it as his home. Now you can imagine somebody who had never left the UK in the past 50 years. The Home Office now asking him to stay for another 10 years before he can get his permanent residency. Nobody questioned me. I bought all my things on credit and even the house. I got a mortgage and nobody questioned me about anything, he said. Like I said, that the Home Office may make mistake. Nobody is above mistake, but at the same time, you as a migrant, you have a lot to do as well. So follow up with your status and always know what next to do. Mr. Shade has performed jury service and in 2007 was given a police award for bravery after tackling a robber who was attacking a delivery man with a baseball bat. But in 2019, when he applied for passport so he could go back to Ghana following the death of his mother, he was told he was not British. So how would you stay in the UK this long without becoming a British citizen when the rule says that once you have stayed on the skilled worker visa for 5 years, you are eligible to apply for your permanent residency, which is your indefinite leave to remain, you stay on that for 1 year and you apply for your naturalization. Then after that, you apply for your British passport. So I'm just wondering what he was doing. But at the same time, like he said, that nobody ever questioned him. Nobody ever questioned anything he was doing. Now, the Home Office said he had no right to be in the UK. When I saw this news, I was shocked. But at the same time, I just felt, and I know that this could be anybody, which is why I'm sharing this video. So please like and share with your friends and loved ones so they know what to do at every stage of their application. Now, I can't afford to pay. Officials told him to apply for 10-year route to settlement. Over the 10 years, it cost about £7,000 with a further 10,500 over the same period to access the NHS, which means that he won't have access to NHS. But like I said, this man has been here for a very long time, almost 50 years of his life, and telling him to pay, I think, a total of 17,500 for both application and also NHS. I don't know how he's going to raise that money. I can't afford to pay any part of the money they're asking, said Mr. Shade, who is recovering from prostate cancer. So you can imagine a 74-year-old man going through the stress. Telling me to go through that route is a punishment and is not fair in any way. I don't understand why this feels at all, because I put my life, my whole self into this country. When he tried to extend his right to stay in the UK online 2 years ago, he filled out the wrong form. So you can see what just that little mistake can lead to. It meant the 10-year process had to begin again in 2023, which was just last year. As a result, Mr. Shade will not be allowed to stay in the UK permanently until he is 84. Tell me, at 84, what is he going to be doing at 84? Someone who is 84 already. I think even at 74, he had already retired, applying for visa till 84. I just thought it was a joke. It's just ridiculous, said his son Jacob. Why would he need to go and start this 10-year route when he's been here since 1977? He has been here longer than people who are working in the Home Office on his case have been alive. Exceptional facts: his case, which his sons are trying to pay for through crowdfunding, is that the Home Office should have treated him as an exception because of the length of time he has been in the UK and because of his bravery award and services to the community. We know that at least one caseworker has looked at his file and suggested that he should be granted indefinite leave to remain because there are exceptional facts, Mr. Burgess said. And when you look at it on a personal level, if Nelson was your friend or neighbor, you will absolutely agree that he should be given the immediate right to settle. The Home Office spokesperson said it will be inappropriate to comment on active legal proceedings. So you can imagine that Mr. Nelson Shade has been here for almost 50 years of his life, and only to find out that he was not a British citizen all this while. Now, I think there are one or two things that he may have missed. Maybe when he was on the spouse visa or any category of visa, the visa would have ended without him knowing that he needs to follow the next stage. So for my beautiful viewers, you're currently in the UK or you're planning to move to the UK, now you have to know that the visa that brings you, if it's, let me use the care worker visa as a case study. If you got the care worker visa for 3 years, now you've got it for 3 years and you intend to settle in the UK, you have stayed in the UK for 3 years already, you will need another 2 years to be able to apply for indefinite leave to remain. And now with the way it is now, you don't just apply for indefinite leave to remain, you would also have to write your Live in UK test. And if you don't pass the Live in UK test, you will not be eligible to apply for indefinite leave to remain. Now, if you're coming on the spouse visa, which you have to renew every 2.5 years, after the second renewal, you are eligible to apply for indefinite leave to remain, which means that you would have renewed for 5 years. You will now have to write your Live in UK test. But I would suggest that you always prepare to write your Live in UK test before the expiration of your second 2.5 years, so that once you do that, you can now apply for your indefinite leave to remain. And the good thing about coming on the spouse visa is that once you get your indefinite leave to remain, you can now go for your naturalization. You don't have to wait for another 1 year for you to be eligible to go for your naturalization, like those that are on the skilled worker visa and they are dependent. You will just straight away after your indefinite leave to remain, provided you have the money, you can apply for your naturalization, and that could take up to 3 months or less for Home Office to get back to you. And once that is done, you're applying for your British passport. Now, a lot of people are not aware of it, so I believe that Mr. Nelson would have missed one of these processes that may have led to what he's currently going through. So please, if you're watching this video, try not to make any of those mistakes, and please do like and share with your friends and loved ones. This may just help somebody. Imagine, let's even use 10 years You've been in the UK for 10 years and all of a sudden they tell you that you're not a British citizen. Now, you haven't gone through the process. Having a UK visa does not really say once you have the UK visa, you automatically become a British citizen. There are so many processes you have to go through. Now, let's take some comments from this post. Did he apply for indefinite leave to remain or go through naturalization to become a British citizen, or he just sat there and assumed that because he lived in the UK for 42 years, he was entitled to it? Now, this was what I earlier said, that if you don't follow the processes, then at the point you're ready to apply, then you may not be able to apply. Just make sure that you're keeping track, you're following the processes and you're following the procedure. You're applying for everything you're supposed to do. You're writing all the exams that you're supposed to write. Now, just as you can see, surely being married to a British woman is one of the routes to become a British citizen. I'm so confused. Yeah, being married to a British woman or a British man leads to British citizenship. But now you have to apply, like I earlier said, that you have to apply for your indefinite leave to remain. You have to write your live in UK test. So if you're not following the application processes, even if you're married to a British woman or a British man, you are still not a British citizen until you follow all the processes and you end up with your British passport. Another person in the comments said, getting married to a British citizen does not make you a British citizen. Like I just said, there are certain documentations to be done. He never traveled to Ghana to bury anyone. Mom, dad, uncle, etc. This story does not make sense. Another person also said that UK is very strict with their papers. It's like a horse wants to pass through an eye of a needle. So another person said the process is done manually, not automatically. Earlier mentioned that having your visa for 5 years without doing the other stuff doesn't give you automatic indefinite leave to remain or make you a British citizen. He didn't see this coming. Now another person said, so all these years he never applied for a passport or ID. Somebody is asking. Now he cost it for himself as he never applied for anything. Despite the fact he got married twice, Home Office don't process information they don't have. So you have to inform the Home Office. If you get married, you have to let the Home Office know that I've gotten married to Mr. A. I'm now depending on Mr. A. Home Office will not just assume that, oh, Amaka came with care visa. Okay, Amaka now is now married to John and Amaka wants to switch to become John's dependent. Home Office won't even know any of those information. So from what it is, it's really obvious that Mr. Chade Nancy wasn't following the application process and so on. We don't know what would have gone wrong, but this is just to remind you, my beautiful viewers, that make sure that if you're currently in the UK, at any point you're meant to apply for anything, at any point you're meant to do anything, make sure that you're on track. Because once you miss that track, then this may be your circumstances in the future if you're not careful. So getting married to a British citizen doesn't automatically make you a British citizen. Make sure you follow all the documentations, you apply for your visas. Even if you move to the UK, make sure you follow the route that will lead to your indefinite leave to remain, and thereafter you can now apply for your British passport. Guys, when I saw this news, I said, no, I have to film a video on it because I know some people are still ignorant. Once you get that 5 years visa, you're so, oh, I've gotten my UK 5 years visa. Oh, straight away, I'm going to move to the UK and that's it. Remember, before that 5 years runs out, you have to write your live in UK test. After that, you can now apply for your indefinite leave to remain. And a year after your indefinite leave to remain, you're now qualified to apply for your naturalization. And from when applying for your naturalization, you have to fill in all the details from your first UK visa. So don't forget to keep, like I always say, make sure that the first form you filled to the UK, you still have that form intact. If you lose the form and you need to get some information from that particular form on the new form you're completing, you may end up messing it up. And you know what, with Home Office, at any point they find out that you're not consistent in your information and everything, they will not approve your visa or approve your stay. In order for you to be consistent at all time, make sure that you have the first visa form that you filled to the UK, or you can remember everything you filled on that first visa form. That will help you through till you're able to get your indefinite leave to remain and do your naturalization and get your British passport. So guys, we've actually come to the end of today's video. Like I said, that when I saw this, I thought it's a very important update for my beautiful viewers. So please do like and share with your friends and loved ones. And if you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, guys, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.